Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Lodhi Audiobooks. In this video, we will continue the English version of Bahar-e-Shariat, Volume 1. Before that, please subscribe if you still not subscribed and press bell icon. So let's continue. Every action of the Lord Almighty contains profound wisdom, whether we can perceive it or not, and regardless of our understandings. His actions are not to achieve a specific goal or for an incentive, because an incentive is a reward, which is the motivation for one to act, nor is it towards a terminus, because this is the same as acting to reach a specific goal. The actions of Allah Ta'ala are neither dependent on any means or cause, nor are they for any gain. By His infinite wisdom, He has ordained a cause and effect relation between the means and their effects and outcomes. For example, the eye can see, the ear can hear, the fire burns and water quenches thirst. If He so willed, the eye would hear and sight would be in the ear. Water would burn and singe, fire would quench thirst. If He does not wish it to be, a million eyes will not be able to detect a mountain in the daytime. A billion fires will not be able to harm a tiny piece, a splinter of wood. How great was the size of the mammoth spear in which the disbelievers cast our Master Ibrahim alayhi salam. Nobody could go near the fire, and they had to use a catapult to pitch him into the furnace. When he was mid-air, Jibreel alayhi salam appeared and said, "Ibrahim, do you need anything?" He replied, "Yes, but not from you." Jibreel alayhi salam said, "Then beseech him in whose need you are." Ibrahim alayhi salam said, "His knowledge of my state obviates the need for me to state." Allah Almighty commanded the fire to cool down. Kulna ya naru kuni bardan wa salaman ala Ibrahim. O fire, become cool and be safe for Ibrahim. It is said that every fire on earth was extinguished at that moment, and every fire took the divine command to be directed toward itself. Exegetes have said that these fires would have extinguished and become freezing cold to the point of discomfort if the word "become safe" was not mentioned along with command to cool down. Chapter 2, Concerning Prophets. It is obligatory for every Muslim to learn the correct belief that one should profess about Allah Ta'ala and His attributes, and know what is permissible and impermissible concerning Allah Ta'ala, because if one denies an essential principle of faith, one becomes a kafir. Similarly, Muslims should also learn about Prophet ﷺ and what is necessary, possible or impossible for them. Prophets, Nabi, Anbiya are humans whom Allah Ta'ala has given revelation, wahi, to guide people. Being a messenger, Rasul, is not exclusive to humans, even angels can be messengers. All prophets are humans and all are men. Neither a woman nor a jinn has ever been a prophet. It is not an obligation for Allah Ta'ala to send prophets. He sent them out of His infinite mercy and grace for the guidance of people. For someone to be deemed a prophet, it is required that he should receive revelation, wahi, irrespective of whether such revelation is received directly without an intermediary or through an angel delivering the wahi. Allah Ta'ala has given opusculars, suhuf, and heavenly books, kutub, to many prophets, of which four are most famous: Torah, Torah or Old Testament, given to our master Musa alayhi salam; Zabur, given to our master Daud alayhi salam; Injil, the Gospel, given to our master Isa alayhi salam; the Quran. The Holy Quran is the supreme book and was given to the best of all messengers, the embodiment of light, the praised one, the chosen one, our master Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Divine speech is one and the same. There is no distinction or classification in divine speech. Nothing superior or inferior in his speech. However, we say supreme because we receive more reward in reading this book compared to other books. All the heavenly books and opuscles are absolutely true. All are the divine speech of Allah. It is necessary to believe in everything that was revealed therein. However, the followers of earlier prophets were entrusted the responsibility of the books given to them, and they could not keep those books safe from tampering and corruption. The word of Allah was not preserved as it was given to them. In fact, the evil ones among them tampered with verses and made alterations to suit their whims and fancies. Therefore, when any of the previous books are presented to us, we attest all that is compatible with our book and Aqidah. We reject anything that is patently against our book and Aqidah. We remain non-committal concerning those statements which are not clear, and we cannot know whether it attests or contradicts our belief. In such instances, we must simply say, Amantu billah wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rasulihi, means I bear faith in Allah, His angels, His books and His messengers. This religion is the final message and shall abide until the last day. Therefore, Allah Ta'ala has taken the responsibility of preserving the Quran as He has Himself said, Inna nahnu nazzalna zikra wa inna lahu lahafizun. Indeed, we have sent down this Quran and indeed we are its guardian. Therefore, it is impossible for the addition or omission of even a letter or a dot, even if the entire word comes together, to alter it. Whoever says that the Quran is incomplete and a few chapters or verses or even a single letter is missing, or that someone has made additions or alterations, is undoubtedly and absolutely a kafir, as he rejects the explicit verse cited above. The Quran is its own proof that it is the word of Allah. Translation: and if you are in doubt about that which we sent down as revelation to our beloved slave Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then bring one chapter like it and entreat all your helpers other than Allah, if you are truthful. And verily, if you cannot, and certainly you cannot, then fear the fire, whose fuel is humans and stone, prepared for disbelievers. Many disbelievers have expended their best effort to make a chapter or surah like that of the Quran, but they have inevitably failed. They could not manage to come up with even a single verse. Note: heavenly books revealed earlier could only be memorized by prophets, but the miracle of Quran is that millions of Muslims, even small children, can memorize it. Every Muslim memorizes at least a few chapters for recitation in daily prayers. There are 7 readings of the Quran, Qiraat, which are well known and are rigorously authenticated, Mashhur, Mutawatir. There is no conflict or contradiction in the meaning in any of these readings. All these readings are true and valid. One of the benefits of variant readings is that one can choose a reading that is easy for him or her to recite. One should recite according to the reading prevalent in that location. For example, the reading of Asim via Hafs is prevalent in our country, and if one recites another reading, common people will reject it as invalid, and saying so is a statement of disbelief. The glorious Quran has abrogated many commandments in previous books. Similarly, some verses in the Quran itself are abrogated by other verses. Abrogation, naskh, means that a certain commandment is given and its ruling is valid for a certain period. Thereafter, it is suspended by another command, even though at the time of the first abrogated command it was not known that it was a temporary injunction. And after that period, known to Allah Ta'ala, has passed, the superseding or abrogating command is revealed. Apparently, it is as if the first command has been withdrawn, but in reality, the first command was revoked after completion of its term for which it was issued. Some people describe abrogation as falsified batil, which is a bad expression. The word of Allah is absolutely true and shall always remain true. Falsehood or corruption can never approach it. The major portion of the words in the Quran are plain in the meaning, are clear and are easily discernible, muhkam, but some verses are obscure and arcane, mutashiba. The real meaning of such verses is known only to Allah Ta'ala and His beloved Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. People with mischief in their hearts are obsessed with knowing their meaning or try to unravel the mysteries of such obscure verses. Revelation, wahi, is exclusive for prophets. Whoever believes that such revelation, wahi, is given to non-prophets is a kafir. The dreams of prophets are also wahi, and there is no possibility of their dreams being untrue or containing falsehood in their dreams. The friends of Allah, awliya, are also inspired, whether in wakefulness or in dreams. Certain mysteries or portions of knowledge of unseen is revealed to them. This is known as ilham. Inspiration of the devil, wahi, shaitani, is that in which the devil whispers to soothsayers, sorcerers, disbelievers, irreligious and immortal people. Prophethood cannot be earned. A man cannot obtain this high station by plenty of good deeds, excessive worship, or living an abstemious life. Rather, it is absolutely by the grace of Almighty who bestows it to whom He wills. Indeed, He has given prophethood only to those whom He has made worthy of holding this high position. A person who is free from despicable or immoral traits, one who has an impeccable and lofty character and progress through all the ranks and cross the ultimate ranks of Waliha. Such a person chosen to be prophet is free from any blemish or taint or anything reprehensible or offensive in his ancestry, or in his physical appearance, or in his word or deed, and in any of his undertakings. A prophet has a sound mind and is extremely intelligent. He is far more intelligent than anyone else. The combined intellects of philosophers or scientists cannot equal a fraction of one prophet's intellect. Allahu alamu haysu yaj'alu risalata. Translation: Allah knows well where to place His message. Zalika fazlullahi yutihi man yasha'u wallahu zul fazlil azim. Translation: This is the grace of Allah which He bestows to whom He wills, and Allah is the possessor of enormous bounty and immense grace. Whoever believes that one can obtain or attain the grade of prophethood by means of abundant worship and prayer, practicing abstinence and self-denial, is a kafir. One who believes that a prophet can lose his prophethood is a kafir. It is necessary for a prophet to be immune and divinely protected from sin, masum. This is immunity. Isma is exclusive for prophets and the angels, and no one else other than them is immune to sin. It is heresy to believe that Imams are given divine immunity similar to prophets. Isma means that Allah Ta'ala has promised them immunity and has protected them from committing sins, and therefore it is a Shariah impossibility for them to sin. Prominent awliya may also be given protection and can also be sinless, but it is not impossible for them to sin either. Prophets are divinely protected from polytheism and disbelief, shirk or kufr, and immune to every such action or attribute that is deemed reprehensible or disgraceful among common people, such as falsehood, breach of trust, ignorance, etc., including such things which are contrary to common decency and unbecoming of dignity. This immunity and divine protection is both before and after receiving prophethood by unanimous agreement of Muslims, ijma. Prophets are also divinely protected and absolutely immune to committing enormities or major sins, and according to the correct position, also from deliberately committing minor sins or mistakes both prior to and after receiving revelation. For this video, we will finish here. We will continue, inshallah, in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Allah Hafiz. Please listen and share with as many people as you can. Thank you for listening. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye.